there is a new Nick in town.
Get the What's up
A
with these
new-
Knicks? They still suck.
A new Nick in town. The New York Knicks traded for Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
No!
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that? Oh, I'm glad I didn't look at that. That would have sucked.
Sending Dante and Julius Randle to Minnesota. And
Who?
Getting
Who's Dante?
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo? They kicked one of the boys out, one of the Villanova boys.
And Julius Randle over to Minnesota for Cat.
That's the entire trade? That's it?
Mm-hmm.
They traded.
Those are the players, yeah, I believe, yeah.
No picks, no.
If you want to pull up anything else and check.
Oh, brother! I mean, that might go down as one of the worst.
Well, so
Julius Randle has no potential left.
I'm assuming your disappointment is coming from the Minnesota fan in you.
I don't have a Minnesota fan in me, but
you want to see.
My disappointment comes from how good Minnesota is with Cat and with Ant playing well. Get rid of Rudy Gobert. Yeah. Cat is enough of a defensive threat that he can go out there and play well enough defensively, but Rudy brings nothing offensively. Julius Randle can himself. He'll have 12 games where he scores 20 points and then he'll piss off for the whole season or get hurt. DiVincenzo, that's a throw-in. He is pretty good. He's not bad.
But it's a piece that New York didn't have to get rid of. I mean, it's just look.
No, it's like that squad. You just added Bridges. I don't know.
Now
Julius would have been good coming back for the Knicks after injury.
There was a notification that the Knicks were looking to add a big. When I saw that, I was like, okay. Now, I didn't think Minnesota was going to give up one of the key pieces to, the future. Bro,
Cat was Minnesota. They've obviously.
I don't know. The first thing I thought is how much more pressure Minnesota put on Ant.
Oh, everything.
Ant had it so made to where he had a co-star in Cat who was shit. Humble and able, and was humble enough to be this is. He knew that was Ant's squad, and it seemed like he was okay with it, and they were thriving together, and I thought Minnesota would have taken advantage of that and continued to build on that, and I thought that was something that they were doing and planned on doing. And
here's the thing: you do not have to trade away your number 2 on a team to get Julius and Dante. Honestly, you could have just gotten Dante for 2 role players, maybe. 2 guys who were sitting on your bench the whole season, if you wanted Dante that bad. To me, the Timberwolves received a protected first-round pick that originally belonged to the Pistons. Either way.
It's a great move for the Knicks. It's a great move for New York. If there's one thing they needed a big. And they got themselves a big now.
Now, I don't know if Cat is the full-fledged answer to this team.
I don't know. It's the big conversation about the Knicks was they need a big. And they made a move for a big.
Yeah.
Now they lose a shooter. Sure. Let's be real, though. Julius Randle was not something they were going to continue to build on or have faith in. So that's a if anything, it's they lost a shooter and then they lost Julius Randle, but he was going to walk eventually.
The thing is, they threw in Randle, who had this weird resurgence in his career.
Well, they had to. It had to be big for big.
No, I understand, but it's I don't see where Randall fits into this team and is like productive.
Oh no,
Dante can
it
pop in.
definitely. Oh no, it's definitely gonna be an issue. Like Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert on the court together, it's gonna be it.
I know, but now you're missing out on what 20 some points from Cat a game, plus the defense, plus the consistency. Um, Julius Randle hasn't. He's never been consistent in his entire career. I mean,
I
Cat's
mean
not the
they,
most consistent, but Dante,
bro, they
he'll
took,
pop in and be okay.
they took a an all-star superstar teammate away from one of the NBA's top rising stars, and it just seems like such a
I don't know
I
how
don't
to
know.
feel about this.
The move for New York is it's great because I honestly have had my doubts about New York and haven't had my faith in them and haven't really bought into the hype. But
Of course.
with this move, like it definitely, it,
I mean, that gives you a battle tested big who seems to be, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say improving, but not getting that much worse as he gets older.
in the Garden. I mean, it's gonna be nice to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. But
They still got
I mean, I'm almost looking at
Josh
like
Hart and Bridges.
Ant. I'm almost looking at Ant now in like a Jaw situation where it's just like,
Yeah, no.
all right, bro. Like you better go out there and drop 40.
Yeah.
You better go out there and drop
I mean, because
40.
honestly, for them in the playoffs, it was Ant had to play great. McDaniels had to pick up some heat sometimes. Cat had to play great. And then everyone else, it was like, y'all just need to give us a few points and not. Um, Rudy needs to play good defense. But outside of that, I mean, they don't have a whole lot around them, but they could have gone out and gotten a role player like a Dante and not given up Cat. If they had Cat and DiVincenzo, that's perfect. You get a
Mm-hmm.
shooter, you get someone who can handle some of it, someone who can play hard defense. Um, I don't know. And
I'm
I don't
very
like this move for either team. I don't think this fixes the Knicks. I don't think this makes them like a scary powerhouse. I mean, it's not
You
gonna.
think you need to go look at the lineup, bro.
No, I
The
know they
lineup
got
for the Knicks is gonna be crazy.
Kyle Bridges, Josh Hart, Brunson. No Dante. I mean, Dante was better than Josh Hart.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I mean, at this point, you're like, all right, do I want Dante? Do I want the biggest problem we have filled with Cat? It's
Yeah,
like
agreed.
I'll take that. Like
Honestly,
I'll
yeah,
take
no,
that
this
loss.
isn't. This is no. This is. Yeah, you're right.
But the move for Minnesota, it's a terrible move.
This is a
I'm
setback. I
I'm
mean, because
very
this is a team
disappointed.
that we were talking about contending. We look at Ant, and we call him like Mike. People compare him to Mike the
Mm-hmm.
entire postseason. It's like they were a few games away from making a real run. Um, oh,
And they took multiple steps back.
like I mean, like getting rid of Klay Thompson is like boo. Who? This is like this is this is like no. This is like if the Bucks went out and traded Giannis right now. They're like, no, we got Dame. We're good.
Yeah,
And
I mean
nobody else.
it's definitely weird. It's an odd trade. I don't I get it. Like obviously, if I'm the Knicks, I'm making that move if I can.
This is
But
one of
more
the best
importantly,
moves James Dolan's ever made, or whatever
yeah,
his
yeah,
name is. This is nice.
great move for them. But
The more I
Minnesota,
think about it, the
wow.
better it looks.